Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'll be bringing you some gameplay and performance on Grid Legends. This game is meant to be released on the 25th, I believe, but there is a free trial available on EA Play, or if you're on Game Pass you can also get it on that. So I'm going to quickly go through the in-game settings. Playing at a resolution of 3840 by 2160. Everything completely maxed out. Dynamic resolution, of course, I don't want this on because that will just degrade quality, as I want to maintain a fixed resolution. In terms of the gameplay, so just playing at medium, but I have disabled flashbacks, and I've also disabled the racing line and reduced ABS and traction control. So I'll see how the game performs. Was a very big fan of the original Grid, so looking forward to seeing how this one plays.
And no response from you, May. Is she okay?
Medics are on the scene, that's all I know. Just focus on the race.
Keep me updated. Can you confirm race strategy?
Look, half the bill can't finish. If we do, we're in the points. We can't quit.
Understood. 22. Finish the race.
Go, go!
So this was like a fixed scenario. This is like the original first race. You don't really start fresh. So there's been an accident, you just basically got to bring the car home. Getting
Okay, 22. Keep pushing.
okay performance.
Any malfunctions? Just get over the line.
Because I got a 4K 120Hz display on my LG OLED, so this feels super smooth. And it looks okay as well.
Come on, you're doing great, 22. You can do this.
Downforce of the car has been affected obviously with that crash. Yeah, the game feels silky smooth. I didn't really like the way Grid 2019 felt. The handling wasn't great. But this one feels a lot better. Although this is a pretty high performance car, I'll have to see how it feels for like a normal car before I
Final few turns now. You got this.
make any type of conclusion. Well, graphically the game looks good. Doesn't appear to be using too much VRAM as well, just using around 6 to 7 gigabytes. It's nice to see. So I'm just going to continue the story. Leave it at medium.
Please make your way to your seats for this driver showcase event.
So we'll be driving in London.
It's a great day for it, and our racers are raring to go and eager to impress.
So the objective is finish ahead of Matteo Vega. This is the rookie season. Okay, we're driving slightly less high performing car, so let's see what the handling feels like. I am playing on my Xbox 360 control pad. I do have a wheel, but I'll set it up another time and see how that works out. Just gonna quickly pause it. When they reset when they gave you the option of choosing your difficulty, they obviously put it back to default. I don't want racing line, I don't want our ABS too high, traction control, stability control too high, and I also definitely don't want flashbacks. But everything else is okay, so let's get straight back into it.
Okay, let's aim to place in front of Vega. He's been having some good races recently.
So the most demanding, I don't know what it is about Grid. The cockpit cam is always the most demanding. It's way more demanding than chase camera or the bumper camera or hood camera, whatever you want to call it. So as you can see, I'll drop straight into the 80 frames per second range as soon as I went into cockpit mode. Focus on winning this race. handling of the game feels good though. Trying to race as clean as possible. Interesting launch time for Grid Legends. I mean, GT7 basically comes out in a week or so. So they knew they had to get it out before it, I guess. So, but so close to it doesn't really make too much sense. So yeah, a lot more demanding than I thought it would be in cockpit mode. It really does push the GPU a lot more. Doesn't use too much CPU though. I'm only using around 10 to 12% of the 5950X, so very light workload, which is generally quite common, especially when you're playing at 4K. But the game looks really good though. It's gonna go back to rear chase camera. As you can see, gained up almost about 10 frames per second there, or a little bit more. So just bear that in mind. If you want to save yourself a few more frames, just drive with the chase cam.
Right, 1 lap left. Keep your position ahead of Vega.
Okay, so I'm ahead of the main guy of the objective, but I want to win the race, of course. So I'll be trying to do that. So if you're not sure about the game, you can play this via a 10-hour trial via the EA Access, and you could also play it, not EA Access, EA Play, sorry. And if you got Game Pass Ultimate, you can play it as well. So you don't need to commit to the game if you're not sure about it. You do have an opportunity to try it out. I really wish more companies would do demos. I mean, my theory is it may reduce piracy, because some people download games just to try it out, and sometimes they end up not buying it. But if you made a demo available, then more people may actually spend money. That's just what I feel anyway.
Right, nice driving today. I'd be shocked if it didn't catch Addo's eye.
What a race! Some great performances today. Were any of them up to Seneca's level though?
Won the race pretty easy. Let's see if there's a more challenging race ahead. This is the Rookie Cup circuit race, still in London.
Everyone give a warm welcome to Marcus Addo, principal of Seneca Racing. So, you're looking for a new driver. What kind of traits does Seneca look for?
Thank you. It's more of a spark of talent I'm looking for.
Open wheel.
Not necessarily the driver out in front. So if I see that spark out there,
Hey, you heard that right. Addo is scouting a new driver for Seneca. This could be your break. You've got nothing to lose. Give it your best shot.
So racing at night doesn't seem to be any more demanding than it is in the day. Try and keep it clean. I think this game has a built-in benchmark as well. I have to try that out just to see what kind of performance I get. I know I'm using an RTX 3090, so I can't really comment too much on how great the game plays. This is like one of the highest level cards available at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see. Whoa, I was not expecting that. Messed up my front wing. Say how it plays on something like an RTX 3070, which is more closer to what more people would get. I would say that's about the starting point for 4K in my opinion.
Okay, 2 more laps. You're in a good position.
So if someone can play that at 60 frames with an RTX 3070, then I would say the game performs reasonably well. We'll go to the cockpit now. It dropped to about 10 frames. Doesn't make sense why it's more demanding, but because this is probably the cam that most people are going to be using, especially if you're using a wheel. So this is first place driver. I've just taken the lead now. Never really considered Grid a racing sim. I'd have put it on the level of a Forza Horizon. But it'll be interesting to see how it works on the wheel. I've got the Logitech G927, I think it's called. You know, like the kind of default entry level force feedback wheel. It does well for the price. I'm quite a casual when it comes to sim racing, so I didn't spend so much money on like a Fanatec setup. Not like I can't afford it, it's just that I'm not that enthusiastic about that stuff. So I'll get my wheel out at some point and give it a try. But it works well with my Xbox 360 pad. I may have to up the difficulty because this is far too easy. So I may have to put it to hard and see how that works out.
Great drive. Honestly, I don't think there's any way Ado could ignore your performance today. I've got a feeling you'll be having some very interesting discussions. Congratulations.
The game's pretty forgiving on the GPU because I've got a 500 watt BIOS and this game's only pulling like 350 watts, so I know the game's not that harsh on the GPU. Okay, let's see what else we got. I'll change the difficulty now, and where are we driving now? So try to make this like some kind of story.
This is Ajit, lead engineer. We've had a few bad days with the test drivers and I still need help with the setup, so give me a few laps and please bring the car back intact.
So this is not a race, it's more of a testing session. Complete 3 laps. Just gonna put this to hard. See how I get on. Because it's just been pretty easy so far. What am I driving? Looks like I don't even know what this is. I thought it was a Dodge at one point, but I'm not too sure.
Let's see what this car can do. Push it.
Okay, 22. For the first race of the series, we'll need you to keep up with you, mate. So while you're getting data for a Jeep, just get a feel for the car.
Okay, shouldn't be too hard.
If you want to try a corner with a touch of handbrake, I'd like to see you control the slide.
Okay, let's give it a try. I didn't do that great. Yeah, I failed miserably there. I prefer the cockpit cam when I'm driving, to be honest. I feel I can enter and exit the corners
Let's see if we can hit top speed in this
a bit
section.
more accurately, hit the apex a lot more consistently.
Great time. Let's see if you can find any more pace.
I think there's more pace to be found, definitely. If I can push it a little bit.
Okay, next corner is flat out, but keep it under control.
Corner entry wasn't great there.
Engine's performing near peak. Something's up with the fuel system though.
So far I'm doing okay. Interesting that even without cars on the track, the CPU load or utilization is pretty much exactly the same.
Ado did say you were good. He wasn't wrong.
See if I can beat my ghost for the final lap and push as hard as I can. Use a little bit more engine braking rather than real braking.
This right-hander is great to practice a power slide.
You're making up a lot of time here. I'm leaving my ghost in the dust pretty much. Probably push it a little bit further, give it more time, but this is going to be the third lap now. Way over 100 frames per second.
Okay,
Easy.
big push to the finish line now.
Okay, I hit the target lap, so they're happy, I'm happy. I think I'll do one more race and see what the game has to offer.
Seneca's number 22 on the grid taking
So we're in Moscow now.
and as Marcus Ado has gone through all of his reserves.
Looks like it's snowing. I don't know if they've got...
Absolutely, it's a tough position to be in. If they drop out for any reason, Yumi Tanaka will be racing on her own, and that would spell disaster.
Interested to see if the weather plays a part in this game.
Just try and keep up with you, mate. Bring the car back in one piece.
Okay, so this is on the hard difficulty now. It's like, I don't even know what this is. Some kind of Mustang maybe? Yeah, it looks like a Mustang. Yeah, it is.
As this is your first race, there's no need to push the car to the limit. Just give us a good drive and follow Yume's lead.
Show me what you've got.
At least we got some adverse weather conditions now. It's not just a dry day. So let's see how that game performs. So it doesn't seem to be doing anything really to performance. Performance is pretty much the same cars on track or not. Still getting around 100 frames per second in the chase cam. I'll slowly make my way up to the front as cleanly as possible. You can feel the way the track is quite slick, so it's a lot of reduced grip now. You can see the AI is struggling as well. They're doing a better job on the hard difficulty. I'm going to stay in its slipstream, get a bit of a boost. So I've got 2 laps to win this thing. I'll do the second lap in the cockpit cam, just to see what the weather effects are like on the windshield. Kept in sight. Okay, start finishing line now. I'm going to jump straight into cockpit cam. So then window wipers going. I feel a lot more comfortable in this view, honestly, but I just want to give you guys more perspectives. The game feels really good, for control pad at least. I'm gonna have to be aggressive if I want to win this. Looks like I've got a better exit than the guys ahead of me.
Not bad. I expected you to be out already.
Got some Chevrolet Corvettes in front of me, I think they are. They look like Corvettes. But they may be Chevrolet, I'm not too sure what they were. Okay, stay in a slipstream now, try and get a nice launch up ahead. Slingshot my way past. Struggling for grip here. Yeah, hard difficulty is definitely a lot more challenging. I want to try and do things a little bit more clean than that, but
Careful now, I think you might have pushed it too far.
yeah, well, I did what I had to do to get the win. Let's bring it home. Let's put it in the barriers there. Overall, I'm happy with the performance personally.
Great try! What a win!
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Definitely satisfied.
Seneca's first race as a team, and they're already making it.
So I won all my races so far.
The missing ingredient Marcus and Dom have been talking about.
I just want to check if there's a benchmarking mode in the options. Bear with me. I think I saw one earlier. Yeah, so it says benchmark at the top. Just want to see what I get. Just bear in mind, I'm taking a slight performance hit from Nvidia Shadowplay, but it shouldn't affect things too much. So this should give you a good idea of how my system will perform. So not running away with it at all. I mean, it's actually more demanding than I thought it would be. But some people may feel it's not justified based on the way the game looks. I honestly don't have a problem with the way the game looks. It looks pretty nice. No ray tracing options in the game from what I've seen, but it's not a deal breaker. No DLSS or FSR either. One of the main good things about the game is it's just really smooth. I don't think I noticed any frame spikes throughout my playthrough. So optimization, I don't have any issues with it. You should have a good experience with the game. Hopefully this is something that will reflect on a wide range of hardware. Doesn't use too much VRAM and it's very, very light on the CPU as well, so good stuff. Okay, let's see what I scored. So I'd averaged 109 frames per second, minimum 83, max 130. So there it is, guys. Grid Legends seems to perform pretty well at 4K. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.